Now then, let's have a chat, shall we? A bit of a chinwag about something rather important. It concerns all of us. Yes, even you, listening to this with a raised eyebrow. It's about influence, the unseen hand guiding our perceptions, the insidious whispers shaping our reality. No. Put down the tinfoil hats. We're talking about something far more pervasive, far more ingrained in our daily lives. Media. Keep an open mind. This isn't about pointing fingers or declaring all media evil. It's about understanding. It's about recognizing the subtle ways in which the media we consume shapes our thoughts, emotions, and even our very identities. Jean Baudrillard, that cunning French philosopher, called it hyperreality, a state where the lines between simulation and reality blur. Think about it. How much of our world, our values, our aspirations are filtered through the lens of media? From glossy magazines to the endless scroll of social feeds, we are bombarded with curated realities. These aren't necessarily malicious fabrications, but they are nonetheless distortions. They present a heightened, exaggerated version of reality. This hyper-reality seeps into our subconscious, influencing our desires, our anxieties, even our sense of self. We start comparing ourselves to these manufactured ideals, leading to feelings of inadequacy, anxiety, and a constant nagging sense of dissatisfaction. Now, our minds aren't blank slates. We do passively absorb every image and message thrown our way, but like the constant drip of water on stone, repeated exposure does leave its mark. This is particularly true when we're not consciously engaging with the content. Think about those times you've mindlessly scrolled through social media or had the television on in the background. These seemingly innocuous moments add up. They create a background hum of information and emotion that seeps into our subconscious. Before we know it, we're humming along to the tune of the media we consume, our thoughts and feelings subtly influenced by the narratives we've internalized. Let's be honest, we've all been there. You watch a film and suddenly you're craving that particular brand of soda. You see an influencer's picture-perfect vacation and a pang of envy hits you. These aren't mere coincidences. This is the power of media operating below the level of conscious awareness. It's subtle, it's pervasive, and it's remarkably effective. Advertisers and content creators know this. They understand the power of association, of repetition, of triggering our emotions to elicit a desired response. We become consumers not just of products, but of ideas, lifestyles and aspirations, often without even realizing it. Section 5. Whose thoughts are these anyway? This raises a rather unsettling question. Are our thoughts truly our own, or are they, at least in part, shaped by the relentless torrent of information we are exposed to? It's a dizzying thought, isn't it? To consider that our very sense of self might be influenced by external forces. Now, I'm not suggesting we're all mindless automatons, our every thought dictated by the media we consume, but it's naive to think we're immune to its influence. The key, then, is awareness. To become conscious consumers of media, to question the narratives we're being fed, to recognize the subtle ways in which our thoughts, emotions, and desires are being shaped. Section 6. The buzzing in our brains. Let's talk about a rather insidious consequence of our media-saturated world, task-unrelated thoughts, or TUTs, as the clever psychologists call them. That buzzing in our brains, that urge to check our phones, that nagging thought about something we saw online, all while we're trying to focus on something else. Excessive media consumption fuels these TUTs. It fragments our attention, making it difficult to focus on the task at hand. This constant mental juggling act takes a toll. It leads to stress, reduced productivity, and a diminished sense of well-being. We become slaves to the very technology that promised to connect us. Section 7. Reclaiming the mental landscape. So what's the solution? Digital detox? Throw our phones into the sea and live like hermits? Not quite. It's about finding balance, about reclaiming control over our mental landscape. Start by becoming mindful of your media consumption. Track how much time you spend scrolling, watching and clicking. You might be surprised by the results. Then set boundaries. Designate specific times for checking social media or watching television. Turn off notifications. Embrace the lost art of single tasking. Focus on one thing at a time. You'll be amazed by how much more you accomplish and how much calmer you feel. Section 8. The simple joy of being. Now, for the truly radical part, rediscovering the world beyond the screen. Remember the simple pleasure of a good book? The joy of a conversation with a friend, uninterrupted by the buzz of notifications? The quiet satisfaction of a walk in nature, your senses attuned to the world around you? These are the experiences that ground us, that remind us of the richness and beauty of the real world, the world that exists beyond the pixels and filters. By minimizing the influence of media, we create space for these genuine, authentic experiences to flourish. Section 9. A world outside the screen. So, dear viewer, let us not be slaves to the screen. Let us not allow our thoughts and perceptions to be molded by the relentless tide of media. Let us instead approach media with a critical eye, with awareness, and with a healthy dose of skepticism. There's a whole world out there, brimming with wonder, connection, and genuine experience. A world that can't be captured in a tweet or a filtered selfie. Go on, put down your phone, turn off the television, step outside and breathe. I promise you won't regret it.